If I had to describe my life story in one word, it would be unconventional and unexpected. I know TETR is not a conventional school, I am not a conventional student, and this is my not conventional life story. Enjoy. My name's Sebastián Cepeda Martínez. I was born and raised in Mexico. I come from a family of teachers, very hardworking, always supporting me in my dreams and guiding me through my life, where they value stability and structure. But ever since I was just a child, I always felt like there was something different in me. I didn't know what was it, but I was super curious about everything, always trying to understand why. At school, I was the typical kid who was always questioning the teachers and never shuts up. Why are we learning this? Why we have to be dressed like that? Why do we have to do these things in that particular way? You know? Not to be difficult, but because I wanted to understand why. In Mexico, the school system values obedience. It is designed to build followers and not creators. And since I was a very curious guy, that brought me a lot of problems at school growing up. Some teachers might describe me as someone who never followed the rules and as a rebel person. Even the teachers at home. And they might be right, not gonna lie. But being honest, I wasn't ever trying to break the rules. I was just asking why they existed. And I've never felt comfortable blindly following something I don't understand. I've always been obsessed with this idea of understanding the big picture. I am very fortunate to say I found my first love and biggest passion in my life when I was just 9, basketball. I wasn't the most brilliant kid at school, right? So I found something that gave me a sense of purpose since a very young age. It gave me an identity, something bigger than myself. I fell in love with the game, and I can proudly say that basketball has given me the best experience in my life so far, and has shaped the person I am today. I wasn't good at all on my first years of practicing, but eventually I became good. I was representing my hometown state in Mexico and doing really good. Then, on 2021, I had an opportunity to represent my country in a FIBA tournament with the youth national team. Next year, I was graduating from high school and I had a couple of college offers. I was 17 at the time. But guess what? The unexpected happened. I got injured. My right shoulder gets literally destroyed on a practice. I'm not able to play. I need to get a surgery or I won't be able to continue my career. I visited several doctors before program a surgery, and they all said this injury is serious. I might never be able to play basketball again. That moment really broke me. The sport that gave me a purpose for so many years, that shaped my identity in so many ways, and that would open me the doors to continue my college education, was gone. My dream used to be a professional basketball player, but in that moment, my only dream was being able to step on the basketball court again. Just be able to play the sport I love. I started rehab before the surgery, and in May 2022, the day finally came. That was one of the toughest moments in my life. I did rehab for almost a year with one vision and one purpose only: play again. These months challenged my mental toughness and resilience in a way I can't describe, because against all odds, I kept pushing through my physical and mental limits. And finally, in January 2023, my doctor told me, "Sebastian, you surprised us. You did it. You're ready to play again." In that moment, I was studying marketing at a local university in my hometown. I got into the basketball team, and everything was going back to normal. I was playing, I was studying something I liked, making new friendships. It was great. But deep down, I felt like I fell in my comfort zone. After achieving my only goal to play after the injury, I felt like I needed a new challenge, something bigger. I decided to be out of my comfort zone. So one day, my dad called me and says, Sebastian, I'm moving to Florida and I'd like you to come live with me and pursue your basketball dream in the States. That felt like the challenge I needed. I got super excited and decided to drop out from my university. I started talking with some coaches from schools in Florida and they were ready to accept me next fall. So I decided to go and leave everything around me. My family, my school, my team, my friends. I literally burned my boats in that moment so I could dive into the unknown, seeking growth, seeking new challenges. I arrived to Florida, started working out with the team, and from one day to another, what started as a dream suddenly turned into a storm. The person who brought me in, my own father, closed the door from his house and from his life. Suddenly, I had no team, no home, and no plan. I was completely alone in a new country. That could have ended my story there, but it didn't. With the support of my family in Dallas and a mindset that refused to quit, I found a way. I got the opportunity to go to Dallas, learn the language, and started building my way back. A couple months later, I was able to enroll in my current college and start building my business career. By the next season, I was back on the court, playing basketball in the States, against all odds. The moments of adversity I faced at a very young age made me discover a new passion, self-development. After the injury that threatened my career and then being betrayed in a different country, I developed a new mindset and a huge hunger for growth. I know we'll face adversity every day. I know how tough it is to see the big picture when everything looks so blurry around you and be able to figure it out when you're in those situations. After achieving my dream of playing college basketball, I am ready to create something beyond the game. I've always identified myself as a basketball player, but I would like to become something beyond that title, create something beyond the game. TETR isn't a backup for me. It's the only school that feels like home for my mindset. I'm not here because I want to escape the system. I'm here because I want to create a new one. I want to create a global brand and generate social impact. I like to build systems, stories, and movements that challenge what's normal. I want to empower all the people out there who feel misunderstood, stuck, or underestimated. I've never fit the mold, and I don't want to, honestly. I'm not here to follow a path, I'm here to make one. So, this isn't about getting to college, this is about building a legacy. And I know the best place to make that possible is there. This is my story, and I believe limits are only for those who accept them, and I don't accept limits in my life anymore.